Welcome back to another financial strategy moon phase analysis on AMC. DD on AMC absolutely cannot get anywhere else. The last video we put out, I talked about the full moon, which is happening tomorrow, and I talked about the setup we're looking for, and the setup is there almost perfectly. We were looking for a small green day on Monday, followed by potentially a bigger green day on Tuesday. That's what happened. And then we can see this was the last new moon, and we are now above the low and the high on that full moon or that new moon, considering this a launch pad for a nice little pop in these areas around the $4 mark where the other new moon was. So I'm really liking the setup. We see the increase of volume perfectly, harmoniously. We see the IV really low, so it might be a really good opportunity for some calls. We are squeezing green, and we are heading towards the 50% on the RSI, and the vertex is about to, or is getting closer to and closer to crossing, indicating a trend reversal, right? So yeah, everything is lining up for this new moon potentially, or excuse me, this is a full moon to potentially get a full moon pop. And I would hope that we would continue to pop to the next new moon, right? So something like what we had here and what we had here, right? Taking us to these areas over here, $3.90 to $4. Okay, so that is what I'm looking for ongoing on AMC. AMC is looking really good. I'm very excited about that, and I hope you guys are too, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. GameStop, telling a little bit different of a story. It did have the green day on Tuesday. However, today went -2, but on Tuesday it was positive 9%. So this was just simply a small little pullback. We are at the middle of the Bollinger Bands. I'm pretty sure Amy's right above the Bollinger, so that's cool. But yeah, GameStop is looking really spicy, and if you look at the vertex, is even closer to crossing than it is on AMC. And we can see here on GameStop, when it crosses, it usually does make some solid moves to the upside. Okay, so full moon pop potentially incoming for AMC and GameStop. I would say most of the market looks a lot different. I want to look at Tesla. Tesla might have a nasty full moon drop into potentially under $300, which is crazy. But yeah, it's getting the increase of volume, and the RSI is way oversold. So maybe it gets maybe tomorrow starts stalling out and reversing. But there's definitely no indication of that. And when I look at my VWAPs, this is definitely my signal of more downside. So yeah, Tesla does look like it's going to have a full moon drop. Nothing really happening on Bitcoin yet. It's kind of stalling out, waiting to see what happens. So Monday or tomorrow looks interesting. DJT is definitely one of those full moon plays that can happen at any moment. We went over that last time. So it could definitely head towards the full moon drop, look like a full moon drop, but then pop still on the full moon. Okay, so that's kind of one of those things we just have to watch, see what happens. And BB might finally be done with this run. Kind of hard to tell, but oh, this is right here. Very hard to tell, but I had an engulfing candle today, the day before the full moon, and then it was also one of the first days in a while that I actually had a selling volume, right? High selling volume at that. So it does look like maybe tomorrow might continue this selling. I would imagine we would want to see it stop at $5, right where this VWAP line is. If not, we could be heading towards around that 450 area, maybe even testing out this gap fill right here. If it goes that far, I'll definitely be adding pretty heavily if it goes anywhere in this gap under $4. But yeah, everything's looking pretty interesting for an interesting full moon day. You guys let me know what you think. Yeah, this is Jason Alexander, Blue Moon Neptune. You're watching Market Moonlord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. Until next time, peace.